two more things. Who goes and steals White Claws and almost gets shot? And the other thing is, where is Rue's mom? Because why is there a suitcase full of drugs under her bed? And did the mom just start trusting her daughter? Who? Yep. You know what? Like, comment, subscribe. Cassie, baby, we was all rooting for you. Trust me, we was all rooting for you. But oh, come on, oh god. Hello, Romie Mojo here. Please like, comment, subscribe. On the road to 9,000, so please show some love by subscribing, commenting, leave a like. And Euphoria, season 2, episode 4. Am I gonna start with Rue? Am I gonna start with Rue and her? Oh, she's so high that she can't even feel her girlfriend going down on her. Are we gonna start there? Even though she's having this amazing trip and seeing them in different movie montages. And I was like, oh wait, Euphoria did that. They did that. What they didn't do was allow Rue to feel pleasure so that Jules couldn't understand, are you almost there? Are you almost there? I've been doing this for like 20 minutes. Like, what is going on here? And I said, oh, well, this isn't going to work out. Rue is just doing this because it's cast, because it is, so it's one of those things where I always felt like Jules really more so liked guys. She only really entertained the girl option because it was like Rue, I love Rue, but I feel like her love for Rue as a person, it's at a conflict with what she really wants. And I think that she's doing a lot of this stuff just so that she feels like Rue will stay clean, stay sober, say okay, versus wanting to be in this type of a relationship with her. That's what I personally felt this entire time. And so when we had this Eli dude come in and now we see them kissing, I'm like, okay, we saw it coming. I said that this was going to happen, that Rue, you brought in this new person to come and steal your girl, and he's not even doing the drug stuff the way that you're doing. I said, oh, this is going to blow up. And that's exactly what happened. Because guess what? He's actually honest enough to be like, hey, Jules, your girl, she's been doing drugs. She has not stopped. And ever since she left, she did not stop. And she's been lying to you. And I've been helping her because I've been supplying drugs. I've been doing it with her. Like, what? And then Jules, because she's already been kissing Eli and they've been doing stuff behind Rue's back, the fact that she got honesty from this man that is lusting over her, that was more than enough. That was more than enough. Because mind you, Rue was on one. Obviously, we've seen her doing her usual drugs. We even saw how Eli, that's what I'm calling him, Eli, we thought that he was going to do the line of whatever that was, and he didn't. Because clearly, he knows when to stop. And at least as far as we're seeing, unlike Rue. And maybe he's not necessarily running from something, unlike Rue. And I'm finally glad we got to that, because that was annoying me for the longest. I'm like, Rue, you have so many issues. Let's talk about them. You are escaping. You're using stuff to escape. Let's be real. Let's be real. Let's be honest. This isn't just addict tendencies. This is on top of multiple things. And then we have... So then we go from that to, oh, Lord, oh, I don't know. I'm going to say Cat, because that was quick. Apparently, people are saying that there was a dispute between the writer of the show and the actor who plays Cat, and the actress who plays Cat, and because of they wanted to introduce like an eating disorder type of storyline to her character, and she said no, we're not doing that, so then a lot of her content got taken out. I do not know if that's true, but if it's true, I'm irritated, because Cat deserves more. She is not sideline material, just like how I want more from Lexi. Lexi's just looking at everyone's life like, oh my god, she's seeing her sister be a mess. She's seeing Kat have issues. She's seeing Maddie, and she's still in her own world, just watching, just viewing. Poor Fez. We saw Fez, and Fez's friend came back because Faye is there, and Faye is always out of it. I'm like, Faye, are you gonna make it? Because now apparently, what is it? The guy, the big drug dealer that they killed, or Connect that they killed last season, his girl is asking around and wants answers. It's becoming a mess. It's becoming a mess. And I'm like, oh, hey, Ashtray. Hey, Ashtray. But I'm getting through the sideline characters today because we're going to focus on what needs to be said. We're going to, and it's always the same people this season. Everyone has their issues, but none of their issues even remotely touch the foolishness. Maddie, what are you doing? Entertaining Nate, sleeping with Nate, having honest, you know what? I'm not mad at the honest dialogue. There's nothing wrong with being honest, because it's important to hear the things that you're saying and understand that this isn't healthy, this isn't good, but you still feel a certain way for this person. Like, that's real, that's raw, that's honest. And Maddie is growing. She may be taking a couple of detours around the way, but Maddie is growing. What we don't have is, I'm trying to avoid this woman. I'm trying to avoid the catastrophe that is Cassie. I don't know how much longer I can do this. Do I want to talk about Cal first? You know what? Let's do it. So Cal is having a mental breakdown. He's having a mental breakdown because he's tired of living his double, triple, quadruple, contumpted life. He's tired of living a lie, and at this point, it's getting to the stage where he's just drinking. He's not even there. I'm trying to figure out, did his wife even ask him what happened to his head? Because we're all just operating like this is normal. He's around Nate and he's just saying a bunch of weird stuff, and I'm looking at him like, go away, go away. We don't like Nate, but still go away. And he does. He goes back to the gay bar and he starts tripping, and he's dancing with this guy, and he's remembering his high school sweetheart, his true high school sweetheart. And I said, that's what it is. That's why you keep going and dealing with these. It's not even that you're dealing with men, you're dealing with these young, sometimes underage men, or, you know, yeah, men. And the thing is, you're doing that because you have not grown since high school. You mentally, sexually are still attached to the person that you wanted to be in high school. And so that's how you get out your sexual frustrations. And you want to go and then wrestle with these guys at this bar, and they're like, and I'm glad that they kicked him out, but I really thought that he was going to take the car and run through the bar. I was surprised that he went home. The fact that he went home, and even though I was like, yeah, and I was like, yeah, Dad, do it. I was like, go after them. I said, you better, don't leave. So we have his oldest child, which I forgot that Nate wasn't the oldest. Nate has an older brother. So that's the firstborn. And the mother and Nate come out the room. I said, where's the little one? Like, stay in, stay in. You don't deserve this mess. Not yet anyway. You didn't turn out to be a cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs yet, so we're going to give you a chance. Here we have the father going, and he's just, I thought that he was going to spill all of his information, but he's pissing on the floor. I'm like, sir, put your penis away. Put it away. But he's like, now. And, you know, this was used, and he used to bang out your mom, and she used to be a fox, and she used to do every which way and doing everything, and woo. And I was like a square before I met her. But, you know, the thing is, I'm upset because if I were to come from a bar and come from a strip club and saying that I was smacking girls' butts and jiggling the titties and doing all that stuff, y'all wouldn't have had an issue. You wouldn't have had a problem with it. You would have been like, oh, Dad, with a smirk on your face, and move on. But because now I'm saying that he was doing stuff with men and young men, and he was just all over the place with that, and that he's a queer. I was like, what's going on here? And then he goes from telling about himself and saying to his wife, look, you can't be mad at me. You're also living a double life. You're going and flirting and getting attention and affection on Facebook from this dude, and I know about it, and I don't care because you get your rocks off, and I'm happy for you. I'm like, huh? And then he was like, oh, and my oldest, you better not go and say a word. You better not say a thing to me, because your mother saw the nasty images and nasty videos that you watch. I was like, what? 8 gangbang and piss and all this. I'm like, why are you doing this to him? He didn't do nothing to nobody. He didn't do nothing to nobody, and you're going at him. I was like, oh god. I'm like, what is happening here? And Leo's like, Nate, I don't even know you. You're someone that I don't even know. I'm saying you're going at the family, you're pissing on the floor, but dude, this is literally all your fault, Cal. This is all your fault. And so for you to go at them, I'm like, Cal, you're the definition of the trash man. So we're moving on. So then he goes and leaves, and he's like, I'm done. He's gonna go and F who he wants to F. He's gonna have fun. And I'm like, Cal, you're one of those people that mixed in a bunch of truth with also a lack of accountability. And that's why you're still trash and tragic. That's why you're still trash and tragic. We move on from Cal to Cassie, another C, and Nate. This is a mess. So Cassie is still sleeping with Nate, even though she now knows that Nate and Maddie are still kind of a thing, not sure if they're a thing, still kind of a thing, not sure if they're a thing. It's Maddie's birthday week, and Cassie is even then still sleeping with Nate, and she's upset. She goes and tells Nate, why is it that, you know, you're still entertaining her if we're still a thing? You told me you love me. And Nate is one of those people where he wants it all. He wants it all. He's obsessed. He has an obsession. He hones in. He's like a predator. He's like a predator. And Cassie was like, look, you can't be with Maddie, and it's not even that you're supposed to be with me. I know I'm a terrible person, but you know, I'm her best friend, and as her best friend, I need to make sure I do whatever I can to make sure that the two of you don't come together because you're toxic and you're terrible for each other. I'm thinking, so your solution is to have him fall for you to protect your best friend. So you just tried to convince Jedi mind trick us into thinking that you're a good person, Cassie. That you're a selfless person. And then no, she trips us up by saying, oh, I know I'm crazy. But that's the thing. You thought Maddie was crazy? I'm 10 times worse. The fact when Nate said, and you're proud of that? I said, oh my gosh. Is this the Twilight Zone? What is going on here? The bar's in hell. The bar is in hell. And so we get to her party, and the fact that I'm glad that Kat at least acknowledged that, look, she's not happy. We knew she wasn't happy. Her dude's too much of a square. We got it. No problems. But I like that Kat and Maddie are coming closer together, and she's going to need that because this one over here is getting drunk at her party. Once she finds out that Nate was coming, because she was upset, is Nate coming? Is Nate still coming? Then she goes and puts on this bathing suit. She's drinking a bunch and she's dancing, and it's so sad, and everyone's just watching her like this is a train wreck waiting to happen. And even the mother's like, what's going on? I'm like, these parents are terrible. These parents are tragic. That's why these children are tragic. The apple falling from the tree. The tree has root rot. And when we go from, oh gosh, when we go from Cassie throwing up in the pool because Maddie and Nate were arguing about if they're in a relationship and if they're not, and they both were like they're not, and then they go and have this argument, and then Kat jumps in like, what's going on? Like, no. You're not going to control me. I'm going to say whatever I want. I said, that's right. Someone have a backbone against Nate. And Cassie threw up. That vomit was so real. I was like, I could smell it from here. I could smell it from here. I was like, I could smell it from here. I was like, and then she's like, I'm so sorry. I thought that she was going to start confessing. I was like, please be quiet. Please be quiet. Don't say anything right now. This is her birthday. Leave it be. Stop. This is still tragic. Rue, I'm sorry, but I don't know if Rue's going to make it to season 3. Because this is giving me someone's going to go. This is giving me someone has to bow out. Between Rue taking the drugs instead of actually selling it so that she can make the money back, to, oh my gosh, to her having this dream and she was dancing by herself, but she thought she was dancing with her father, and she's finally acknowledging that she misses her father. But Labyrinth, oh, the soundtrack, my God. Oh, Labyrinth's vocals in that church, I was transcendent. I was like, oh, I need to play this in my car. I was like, ah. I was like, oh, and he was holding her and just rocking her, and she was talking to her dad. I was like, this show is too much. I said, this show is too much. Stop this riding. No, I want to get off. Jules sleeping with Eli again, and I was like, oh no, this is stupid. Everyone's life is a mess. Ooh. All right, please like, comment, subscribe. Whew. Oh my gosh. Oh, this show. Road to 9,000. Check out my past rants. Stay tuned for future. Oh my gosh. Oh, I cannot.